Hi, my name is Carly and I work in the Human Resources Department. I have been a student employee for 1 year. In this module, we will be talking about professionalism, what it is, and why it's important. Simply defined, professionalism is your behavior in the workplace and applies in all settings, whether you are working as a student in an office environment, at the rec center, or in food service. Think about a time when you saw someone being professional. What behaviors did you notice? How about a time you saw someone being unprofessional? What behaviors did you notice then? Professionalism can mean a lot of things, so it's tricky to define. Think of it as a group of behaviors and expectations shaped by the role you are in, the organization you work for, and the societal culture in which you work in. It's important to note that professionalism can look different across cultures and backgrounds as well. For example, the expectations for professionalism in a country outside of the US may be very different. Because professionalism can include many different behaviors, it's important to talk with your supervisor about what professionalism means in your department and in your role. Here are some common professional behaviors: following the dress code, showing up on time, interacting positively with customers and coworkers, communicating in a professional manner, contributing to the team, meeting deadlines, and keeping commitments. Professionalism is important because when you display a high level of professionalism, you gain respect and trust among coworkers, customers, and supervisors. People will also take you seriously and perceive you as credible, ethical, and a positive employee. Remember, as student employees, we are not only representing ourselves, we are representing our departments and the University of Oregon. One of the goals we have as student employees is to build skill sets that prepare us for entering the workforce after UO. 96% of HR executives believe that a job applicant's professionalism affects the likelihood of being hired. When thinking about professionalism, think about your personal brand. What promises will people believe about you? Do you want them to believe you have a high level of professionalism? It is very important that your supervisor and coworkers can count on you to do what you say you are going to do. Be on time and ready to work for your scheduled shift or shifts and meetings. A high level of professionalism includes being positive and supportive of your coworkers and your unit's mission. Do not speak negatively about your organization. We all have days where we aren't our best. Don't take it out on your coworkers and especially not on your customers. Mistakes are a part of life as human beings, but there are ways in which you can deal with them that are professional. Take ownership as soon as you realize you've made a mistake and do your best to correct the mistake. Don't blame someone else. It's not fair to them and it doesn't make you look good. Most importantly, learn from them. Student employment is part of your learning during college. If you take the opportunity to learn from the mistake, chances are you won't make it again. Communication is key when you are a member of a team. Pay attention to both your verbal and written communication at work. Be positive and informative in all of your communications. Confidentiality is important in most work environments. Don't gossip about what happens at work. A good rule of thumb is what you hear at work should stay at work. As student employees, we are always striving to be our best selves. The same theory would apply towards your work as a student employee. Maintaining a high level of professionalism will serve you both in your tenure as a student employee and after you graduate and enter the workforce in your chosen field. Student employees and their supervisors should strive for clear communication at all times to prevent misunderstandings and conflicts in the workplace. Open communication and clearly stated expectations in the workplace are key to maintaining healthy working relationships. Ensure you understand your supervisor's expectations regarding your attendance and how they prefer to be contacted in the event you will be late or absent. As a student employee, you are responsible for maintaining your work schedule and for informing your supervisor in a timely and appropriate manner if you are unable to maintain your schedule or need to make changes to your schedule for any reason. Ensure you know any additional policies, procedures, and expectations for your department by asking your supervisor if there are other important information you should know. Thanks for viewing this student-employee video on professionalism. Remember, professionalism fosters respect and trust, increases your credibility, and affects the likelihood of being hired in the future. We encourage you to use this knowledge to engage in conversation with your supervisor or coworkers.